In a world shrouded in secrets and intrigue, one name echoes through the halls of law enforcement: Daniel Printz. A man with a mysterious past, whose actions have left a trail of questions and uncertainty. Welcome to the heart-pounding and mind-bending experience where truth meets deception. In this exclusive YouTube presentation, we delve into the riveting interrogation of Daniel Printz, a man of enigmatic demeanor, whose every word holds the key to unlocking a web of enigmas. Over the years, Printz has remained elusive, his motives hidden, and his guilt or innocence a matter of intense speculation. Now, for the first time, we have unprecedented access to the intense police interrogation that aims to uncover the truth behind his cryptic actions. As the seasoned detectives dig deeper into the labyrinth of his mind, they must confront their own demons, question their instincts, and battle the ticking clock to extract the ultimate confession. But beware, for in this high-stakes game of cat and mouse, not everything is as it seems. Dark secrets and unexpected twists will challenge everything they thought they knew about justice. Prepare yourself for an unforgettable journey, where truth hangs in the balance, and every word spoken holds the power to change everything. Get ready to witness the interrogation that will leave you on the edge of your seat and haunt your thoughts long after the video ends. Subscribe now and hit the notification bell to be the first to witness the thrilling unveiling of the enigma that is Daniel Printz. You won't want to miss it.
I asked her too, and she says, I know some people from a long time ago that have, the term wasn't checkered past.
Okay.
But she has some people that she knows that she got a guy's name from that would be able to follow him around, find out shit, and possibly do things, because she was real worried about the fact she was real worried about the fact her daughter had a court date coming up, and she wanted this guy's stuff found before the court date.
When was her daughter's court date?
I asked her that.
What'd she tell you?
And she says, we haven't got it yet.
Huh, but she's worried that
It's going to happen any day, and then if her daughter goes to there, she said her daughter was getting $4,000 a month, but her son-in-law was trying to get it reduced, and she was very concerned about her daughter. She was scared to death about her daughter, because she said her daughter tried to commit suicide or something.
Oh wow.
And her daughter had been in jail, and the judge in the county she was in jail had been really mean to her. And I hope this lady was telling me the truth, because if she was spinning me a yarn, I'm going to sound like the biggest fucking liar to you on the planet. Does any of this make sense to you from what I'm saying?
It's all very, very interesting, you know, I mean, the more information the better.
No, but I mean, when your investigation, did you find that her daughter had problems and was going through a divorce?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Did Edna ever make any suicidal ideations?
Do you mean that she said I can't take this anymore. I can't take this anymore. I've had about enough of this.
Where would she go?
But she did not say something to me that sounded like I'm going to kill myself.
Okay. Did she ever tell you about like her favorite places to walk or go, anything like that? Because
she said that she used to. What was the name of the place? I made fun of it when we were going south one day, because we'd gone more than one day to different places together. And, you know, you get public relations with people, and you get to talking to them, and they get to where they like you, you get more work. At first I thought I was going to get some actual work. So, we were going south. This wasn't that day, okay? And I made fun of this name of this street, and she said there's a park down there. I'm trying to remember what the name of it was.
there was a park with a funny name.
The road was. Is there like a Rabbit Swamp Road or Rabbit something road south of her?
Yeah, there may be.
Yeah, maybe.
Sounds
Pull up the map.
it sounds like it might be.
You were asking me if there's places she liked to go, and she said she used to like to go there sometimes because it was nice and quiet. Can you have, by any chance, can you point to me where Food Lion is on here so I know how
let's
far
take a
I'm
look.
looking?
Okay, alright. No, we don't have, I don't think
We don't go south enough.
Yeah,
Alright, well I'm just going to go 25 and see if I can find the road name. I don't see the name of the road, and I don't know if you've gone on as far south as it was. And to be honest with you, it could have very easily been another time I was with her and it wasn't off of 25, but I made fun of the road name. I think it had something to do with a rabbit. And she says, there's a really nice park down there. Oh! I know another place she said she used to like to go. Yeah. She said, we have the only covered bridge I know of in this county. And she says, there's a covered bridge around here. She said, you should see it, it's really cool. And I never went to it with her, but she mentioned that she liked to go there and walk a covered bridge.
We know where it's at. We'll send some guys there then. Might be a possibility.
You know, things come to you as you're...
Yeah.
I'm sure you guys are... From things you've said, you probably don't believe me. You keep asking me where it is.
There's some
discrepancies, but I get it, but it's not like major stuff, you know. I mean, I've been there with her more than one time. I've been around her. The whole day was kind of screw up to me. And I didn't honestly remember if it was Thursday or Friday. And when you asked me to begin with, were you down there? And I was like, the date didn't throw me. And I'm like, yeah, I was there earlier in the week, and I was there Thursday or Friday.
So you've been down there multiple times, right?
4 times.
4 times.
I think. Don't hold me to that.
In your entire life?
No, not true.
Okay, how many times have you been down
there? I've been down there before 3 or 4 years ago.
Okay, 3 or 4 years.
So not in my entire life.
Okay, so 3 or 4 years ago you went down there and then kind of fell out, didn't really talk.
No, it was no fallout. I went down there, I'd met her. I wasn't going to do the job she wanted done because it was beyond my capabilities as one person, and it was also very hot. At that time of year to be doing that kind of outside work. She said she wanted some work on her deck. And I was going to go do that, but it wasn't really something I would do by myself. So there was no other communication to her for a long time. And then she got my number and called me back. She keeps numbers. She's got a whole bunch of numbers, I guess. And by the way it sounded, she said, I kept your number. I always thought I might get back to you if I needed more work. And she got back to me, and she'd had 2 or 3 things, but it kept falling apart because she needed money for a PI for her daughter, money to take care of her daughter being in jail, money because she was suing somebody, and she said she got a judgment against them. And have you talked to the guy she had a judgment against?
She had a judgment against?
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
Huh?
Tell me about that.
Okay. Are you guys really talking to me because you're like hoping to find something that's real?
Yeah,
even if it's not?
I don't know anything about that.
Dude, we're not going to drive an hour and a half, 2 hours up here for bullshit.
But you're not, if I'm talking to you about this, you're honestly interested in this. You just haven't like nailed me to the floor that you're going to start trying me for something.
No, we won't do.
We're interested.
Huh?
Information, because we don't have
information.
Okay,
there's a guy she was having a bunch of problems with.
Okay.
She hired him. I believe she got his name from a family friend. She says, I've known the family forever. He came over and did some duct work for her. She said she paid him for doing all this duct work and found out that he'd only done just a little bit and didn't do all the duct work. And she sued him, and she had a judgment against him.
When?
Can I just,
I'm sorry.
Let me talk through it, and I'll answer anything you've got, I promise. She said she had a judgment against him, and there was also something, now I don't know if it's the truck is the same person, but she also had a lien to get a truck that she was going to sell, that somebody picks up. But this guy went to court, and she had won against him. Well, when he was supposed to go back to court, she said he got an extension on it.
Okay.
And when she got the extension on it, or he got the extension on it, not she. He got an extension on it. She was supposed to go back this month sometime, I don't know the date. And she was hoping that he would just gotten the extension because he wanted the money, but she said she'd been having a lot of problems with him, and he was not being nice about it.
You know his name?
No, sir.
Shouldn't be hard to find.
I mean, you should be able to look up if she's got a judgment against somebody.
Find nobody's business.
This is why I asked him a few minutes ago, does any of this stuff make sense that her daughters had problems with this, that, and the other thing? Because otherwise I found myself like an idiot.
So you talked a lot about her daughter. What about problems with her son?
Actually,
did she ever talk about her son?
He's very protective and kind of like the saint of her life.
Really?
You know, she loved her son very much, loves her daughter very much too. But she loves her son very much, and she loves her daughter very much. And She said that the daughter and the son don't get along at all. And I wouldn't take anything from that to have to do with this. But she said that her daughter and the son didn't get along because the daughter was kind of controlling where the son's kids was, and the daughter didn't have any kids, and the son took offense to it.
I mean, I guess you can see that, right? Okay.
So we've talked a lot. Her and I have had long conversations about stuff over coffee and shit.
Are these, so you driving down to her house, right? Time is money.
I do a lot of running around before I get a job where I make money. It's not unusual for me to go back to a place and look at things 2 or 3 times. It's not unusual.
Yeah, but I mean, you're going down to her house to look at things, see whether or not you can do it. But you're sticking around and spend the whole day with her?
Good Lord, no.
How long would you spend time with her then?
I might be there an hour, I might be there 2 if we were having coffee and she just wanted to talk, or I was looking at stuff.
Okay.
And taking measurements and checking on the line for prices and stuff, and what can I get materials for, and this, that, and the other thing. Just looking at things. In fact, that's how I knew she had cameras. She wanted me to power wash the house because she was going to get somebody else to do it, and they didn't do it. And I said, yeah, I can do that. At least when I come down, I'll make a couple $100. So I was looking around at things, and I saw a camera or something. I said, I'll have to be careful not to hit those or something. And she says, yeah, I keep those for this, and that's why she told me about the cameras.
What'd she do for money? Do you know of anything?
Yeah.
What'd she do?
She was, I believe she was a certified nurse's assistant from what she had said. Remember I told you about the old lady that had the places in Gatlinburg?
Yeah.
She went there like 3 days a week, and she earned money that way. And I would imagine it would be ridiculous to think that an 80-year-old lady didn't have Social Security. And she said she used to do private investigator work and be a bail bonds person.
What about now? What kind of money or income does she have now?
Can't be a whole lot. Because if she went through all that money, taking care of her daughter and taking care of trying to get things done around her house, and she told me, she says, well, I was going to go ahead and pay you to do the duct work, but I went ahead and borrowed money against my Jeep, and all I wanted to borrow against it was either $4,000 or $4,500, something like that. And she was using that to pay this guy in the black truck she had given some money to and was supposed to meet that day and give more money to. And she says, yeah, shady, she says, but this guy worries me.
And that's the PI guy?
If he was a PI, yeah.
Okay. Wannabe PI, self-proclaimed PI.
I'm sure you've run into it.
Yeah.
But I know this much.
What kind of truck he drive?
I don't drive a truck.
No, what kind of truck did he drive?
A black Ford. She says it's a black Ford truck.
Okay.
And she didn't keep meeting her. And she said one of the things that worried her is she says he keeps putting me off. And he said when she met him, he went and got her a little cell phone. And she says, whenever you talk to me, you use this. So everything between us is between us.
Do you know what so you have her big cell phone number?
I don't have it anymore, no. I haven't talked to her on a big cell phone in months.
Which number you communicate on?
Her number?
Yeah, it was.
Her number was, give me 1 second, 864-834-0253.
You got that memorized?
I'm good with numbers.
Okay.
I can tell you the tail number of every aircraft I've been in. People's names don't work for me, but numbers do.
Whatever. It's like,
for some reason, numbers do.
Okay.
Most of the time.
Yeah. Okay, so she's, and that phone number was to her big phone or her little phone?
I believe it was her house phone.
Okay. Gotcha. Does she use her cell phones a lot?
I never really seen her on her cell phone, except for that little flip.
Yeah.
And that was when she kept talking to that guy that day we were together. Okay. And he gave her that phone.
Gotcha. And that guy, she was supposed to meet that guy with the black truck that day, right?
Yeah, several different times.
At the Best Western?
Yep.
Okay.
That was the last place she was supposed to meet him.
Did she say what time?
When I was there and I drove around, she says, go see if his vehicle's there. She says, don't take your vehicle. She says, take mine and drive around there and see if he's there. And if he's not, just come back and get me.
Where was he supposed to be waiting?
She said he was going to meet her in the parking lot of the Best Western. And man,
there parking lot or lobby? I could have sworn you said lobby earlier.
Could have been.
Okay.
Could have been. Maybe. So I'm, you know,
Yeah.
I was looking for the truck in the parking lot. The guy might have met her in the lobby, I don't know. But she said to me, go up there and look for that Ford truck. And there was a big ding in the back corner of it, so she said I'd be able to recognize it for sure. And he usually had a flag thing sticking up in it.
Yeah.
The whole place was full of vehicles.
Yeah.
Not in the parking lot, but out in front. There were vehicles.
How many
everywhere.
times did you drive around looking for it?
I went in there one time.
A full lap?
No.
Okay.
I pulled in, parked, got out and looked. And that was it. And then I went back down and got her.
You didn't check the lobby?
Oh, good Lord, no.
You don't want to be seen?
Right. I'm not going to go in the lobby looking for some dude. First off, I don't know what he looks like close enough.
Yeah.
I got a brief description of him, but I don't know what he
What
looks
was the
like.
description she gave?
Tall, white, thin, long black hair.
Okay. And then you walked down and she's sitting waiting in your
In the
car.
car, and I said, what do you want me to do?
And what'd she say?
She said, I need my medicine. Can we go to my house? And I said, yeah. So I took her home, went inside, talked to her for a little bit. She got her medicine. She said, my daughter will take me back to get my vehicle. I said, good enough.
And you've never met her daughter or son?
You keep asking me the same questions. I understand the
just making
tactic. I've never met anybody in her family. If you'd like me to go to Greenville with you, I'm willing.
We may do that. We try to get a waiver so you can sign it.
Okay.
That way we can bypass this.
I don't want
Might
to
be
sit. I don't
you
want
know,
to sit in your
yeah.
jail for 2 fucking weeks, waiting for you to get extradition so that I can go to Greenville to take care of a problem that I didn't do.
Okay.
What happened to your knee?
I have a ramp outside my house.
Okay.
When it rains, it gets incredibly slippery. We came back the other day and it had been raining. And I told my wife as she's coming up the ramp, I said, be careful, it's really slick. I took 2 more steps to go unload the trunk and my feet went out from underneath me
Oh, wow.
and whacked. Scraped
That's
it out.
nasty, man. Wow. And when'd you say you did that?
The other day, like 4 or 5 days ago.
Jeez, that looks bad.
It bled like crazy.
It still bleeds. Bleeding a little bit, you can see.
Yeah, that's because I was picking at it.
Well, yeah, I get they say it like that. You always want to pick at it.
The itch.
Would you be willing to take a polygraph?
No.
No? Okay.
And here's why. 1, I'm a nervous person, I don't do well. And 2, I've been told not to ever take one by the previous attorney I had because he said, you're not going to do well on it.
Because you're so nervous.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
Heard that before. Or your phones won't tell us, corroborate what you told us today, because we're going to search them.
Tell you what.
I mean, your travels, because you know, documents, the phone does. It hits phone towers, where you're going, where you stop.
Fine.
Okay.
You want me to sign? You don't need a warrant?
We do, or either. You can sign it.
I'll sign. You can search for where my phone says I
We
got.
may do that here in a minute, but
I'd be more than happy to.
we're going to go figure out what we're going to do next to see if we can get you to Greenville and get you arraigned so you can get back on with your life or whatever we're going to do from here.
What are you actually charging me with?
Well, she's missing. The family's reported her car stolen, so auto theft. That's it for us.
You can't be having a stolen car if you're in possession of it, so it won't be auto theft. So
She
she's
wasn't in
missing
It's grand larceny.
Grand larceny.
the car. I don't have it.
You did. We got
You
your video.
did.
Okay.
That's where we're at right now. So,
Okay. So this is kind of like back years ago, the false statement on the vehicle title. We'll use grand larceny so we can keep tabs on you.
No, it's a legitimate charge.
But I told you, she said for me to drive it. You got to prove I didn't.
If she was here to tell us that, we would be golden,
And
and you would be too.
But again, here's the thing. For you to show grand larceny, you have to show that I stole it and didn't have permission to use it. Okay? And you're not going to be able to prove that. So the grand larceny thing.
Maybe you'll get out of it, it sounds like.
Okay, I'm not trying to get out
I
of
know, but
anything.
it sounds like you might have a.
I'm not trying to get
hold
out
on, call.
of something. What I'm just saying to you is you gotta have more than a grand larceny charge that you're wanting to hold me on. What are you wanting to hold me on besides grand larceny? What are you
We
planning
didn't
to
even
charge
say we
me
want
on?
to hold you.
Oh,
We didn't even say that.
I thought you said you were gonna take me down there and
We
charge me with
It's
grand larceny.
It's a Greenville charge. Yeah, we got a warrant on you.
So you gotta come to
It ain't
Greenville.
what we want to hold you on it. We're going to charge you with it, but. it's
So I can bond out and go home?
Possibility.
Okay.
Possibility.
You're not charging me with anything other than grand larceny?
Not right now, unless something comes up that's just stupid.
We
We
need to
find
charge
out.
you with anything else?
No, I'm just asking you what you're doing. If somebody
No.
had you sitting in this chair and there were two
No,
detectives
no.
talking to you, wouldn't you wanna know what they're charging you with?
You're right, you're exactly right. So that's where we're at.
I'll tell you what, guys, let's make this really easy. If you wanna take me down to Greenville and arraign me for grand larceny of a vehicle, I will be more than willing to sign any extradition or anything you need to take me down there and arraign me on grand larceny.
You seem very, very relieved this is grand larceny.
Because you're talking to me about a missing person.
And not murder or kidnapping,
Yeah,
nothing like that. I mean,
those are biggies
I mean,
compared to grand
those
larceny.
two,
And the reason I'm relieved is, okay, if somebody was questioning you, saying that someone's missing and that you're the last person that saw them, wouldn't you be relieved that they didn't think you kidnapped or killed somebody?
Well, I'll let you know if I'm ever in that chair.
But doesn't that make sense to you? I've been real honest with you guys. I've told you what was going on.
You done?
Yeah, let's see if we can get our paperwork.
Can I pee somewhere?
Yes, we'll find you a place, cause I got a P2.
please, sir.
Yeah, cause I got a P2.
I dropped her off at home, man. I don't know if that's the time I pulled out or not.
There's discrepancies in the video of what we're seeing and what you're telling, so we have to exploit it.
Absolutely.
If we wouldn't, we'd be idiots.
With what I've had for law enforcement, criminal justice classes, and I worked as a police officer for a very short time, and I wasn't a police officer, reserve police officer.
Gotcha.
It's not the real thing. I absolutely understand that in your position, you would want to explore this greatly.
Well, we just wanna find out how we want
And
it.
can I tell you something? I've been very cooperative.
You have.
I haven't been saying I want an attorney. I don't think, I'm stunned that you wanna talk to me about grand larceny of a vehicle. That you
We
have.
wanna crawl before we go jumping into something that, you know what I'm saying?
So you're looking at me for grand larceny, other options are on the table.
You could. You've thrown out some other stuff we need to look at.
Hmm?
We have other things we need to look at now.
What do you mean?
The guy that she's supposed to meet, that black truck, the ding in it.
Can I also
don't
say
see
this?
it. Yeah, go ahead.
When she talked to her daughter in front of me, she was telling her daughter that she wanted to meet her because she was supposed to meet some guy.
Daughter's not disclosed that.
You wanna ask the daughter, please? Would you please ask
We'll
the
go
daughter
back.
that?
We'll go back and talk to her.
Because
We've
the
been talking to
daughter-
her steadily through this whole thing for the last 2 weeks. They're
We've
very
been
worried
dealing
about
with
it.
this.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
very worried about it.
Okay, but I will guarantee you that her daughter is gonna remember that she was supposed to meet somebody that she had paid to do PI work. And that's the person she was afraid of.
Did she know you?
Does who know me?
The daughter.
No,
The daughter, you don't think, the mom didn't mention anything about you.
I don't, not on that call. I don't know if she has previously about doing work for her and stuff.
Alright.
Yes, sir.
He wants some bathroom, I guess we'll find him a bathroom.
Is there a bathroom that we can use, sir? You can use?
It's gonna be on this
Is
side.
that one with that, where you walk around the corner of the little cell? Oh, they're past the phones?
Yes.
Yeah.
Head on down then, sir.
I can keep this?
Yeah, you can keep that.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I'm sorry.
You're good, man.
I wish I could have helped you more. Did they get this stuff?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
regular logging